Hi, good morning. It's Saturday, the 16th of May, 2020. Hope everybody had a good week. Um, uh, First, a few things. New York extended the order, stay-at-home order in New York till the 28th, although, like I said, some upper region, upstate New York and stuff, he's let business go back, like I think, like construction and manufacturing. So New York is partially open, but mostly upstate New York and stuff. So he extended Cuomo extended the stay-at-home order to the 28th of May. Okay, which is look at my watch. That's a Thursday was the 14th. So yeah, that's like 2 weeks, 2 more weeks, or less than 2 weeks actually. And like I was always saying to my friends and stuff when we talking about when we think the lockdown in New York is going to end, I think sometime in June. I think once, and they said New York City has, because there were seven benchmarks. I think he said that different areas had to reach before they started letting people open up. And I think New York City has only reached four of the seven. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks we'll hit those seven. Like I always thought that maybe in June is when we'll start going back to work. You know, not fully, but more New York City will start opening up more areas in New York in around June sometime. In June sometime. So that kind of feats the schedule and stuff. And I know some places will, they open up partially and stuff. And I know the beaches are open in Jersey. I think going to be open for Memorial Day, not not in the New York City, but in Jersey, I think, and some upstate or whatever. But he doesn't want, because to get to our beaches in New York, you kind of have to go by transportation. So no Coney Island or Orchard Beach like that yet. Yet. But anyway, so they're going to have to come up with a plan, I think, too, once they do decide to open up New York City more. Because right now, I work 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the train's not crowded, but they're getting like full, and so you can tell. Like when I sit down, I have my bag with me, and I usually put it in the seat next to me, so that way, you see people trying to keep social distance and stuff on the trains and stuff. And even though there's still people that are not wearing masks, the most people are wearing masks, but then you get a few people that's still not wearing masks, which I think is insane. But and like I said, I saw people I think in Wisconsin when they lifted up the orders, and you see all these people crowded in a bar and stuff, which is to me is stupid and insane. And those people may pay a price for that down the line. So you want to be reckless? Go ahead, be reckless. That's stupid to me, but uh, you know, they don't want to listen to the scientists. Go ahead, be reckless. And that's my great fear. What they're saying that this winter, that's going to go down a little bit once we open up in the summer. Through the summer, things will get chill for a little bit. It'll slow down a little bit. Then in wintertime, when it's the flu season and all that stuff, it'll pick up again. Which is, I know that's a great fear of a lot of people and a lot of doctors and stuff. So that's that's another rant I want to get into on this channel. Anyway, uh, like I said before, I'm gonna there'll be no digital code giveaway this week. I'm I'm gonna uh, see if I can order two movies today. Then we'll have a digital code giveaway next week. So I'll try to space it out. It won't be like before, like it was like every week. I'll try to space it out more, and do it like maybe every 2 weeks or so, like that way. Because I got to be more judicial with my money, just because never know with this situation. What's gonna. Thankfully, I've been one of the fortunate few that has been working regularly, so I've been getting my regular paycheck. So knock on wood and thank whatever gods for me having to be able to work, because a lot of people are, you know, that have businesses and stuff, and a lot of regular people are just, unemployed, which is insane, But you have to do that to try to combat this virus and stuff, and hopefully things can get back to a semi-normal basis. I don't know if things will ever get back to the way they were before, but we'll see. And hopefully, maybe they're talking. I know they talk about opening up sports and stuff, and baseball and stuff. I know NASCAR is supposed to be opening back up, but no people in the stands and stuff. And they're working on a plan for baseball and stuff and basketball. So we'll see what they're going to do. And I think eventually they'll come up with a plan for movies and stuff. I think what they'll do until there's a vaccine, I think what's going to have to what's going to happen is they're probably going to have to film on closed sets and have the people tested and stuff like that. I think until they get a vaccine, because a lot of people don't think. I know there was a study in Oxford saying that they're going to have a vaccine by September, but I think that's kind of, a lot of scientists think that's optimistic. So a lot of people don't think we'll get a virus till like maybe next year or so. But I think in the meantime, what's going to happen is eventually all those movie studios and stuff, they're going to probably have to film on closed sets. You probably not film on location because you can't film outside. You have the area cordoned off or something. I think, and what the crew, everybody in the crew is going to have to be isolated and tested, and cleansed. And I think that's the way it's going to be with TV shows and all that stuff. They'll come back into production later, and they'll come up with a plan. I think where they have to, keep everything clean, wipe down, and everybody get tested regularly. And I think that's just going to have to happen. You're going to have to be isolated. I think that's the only way you can get TV production and movie production back into business. With people have to be on isolated sets. I don't think they're going to be filming on location as much. They can film probably on a closed set where it's contained and stuff, and everybody gets tested and stuff, and everything gets wiped down and cleaned. That's just my speculation about that. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna watch today in terms of movie. I'm gonna watch that Scooby-Doo movie because I'm a big Scooby-Doo. I know that movie came out yesterday, I think. So I have to watch that and probably another movie. So look for my review of those two movies, whatever those two movies are. I gotta go today. I'm gonna try to walk to Fordham today and go to Walgreens. I'm gonna buy some of that nicotine gum for my brother who smoking a habit. So that way he can have that. So at nighttime, if he has those cravings, he can, hopefully that'll help abide his smoking habit and stuff. I've been meaning to go there, but I haven't get sidetracked. But I'm gonna make an effort to go there today. And I know I mentioned my cleaners here. It was closed for a little bit, but now they opened back up. I think she opened back up like last week and stuff. So I mean, gone to her and stuff, and now she has another one, has the signs. See, you gotta have a mask coming into her store, which I don't blame them. Like I said, in a lot of grocery stores or stuff around here, they have those the plastic sheets, between the customer and the counter, so that way But I got my gloves and stuff, and I bought another bunch of gloves for my brother. So when I go out, stuff when I go to work, I have gloves and I have my mask. At my job, they gave us the mask, and I took a couple of those, so I have those, so I'm good that way. And oh yeah, also I uploaded 2 Mr. Nightmare reaction videos on this channel, okay, yesterday. So if you want to check those out, and I'll probably do some videos for my other channel, probably using the link below, either today or tomorrow, and I'll do that and upload those and stuff. Yeah, so there's that. And also, I'm looking into getting me a new phone. That's just because this phone, I had this iPhone 6 for a while, and it doesn't. This is a replacement phone for my other phone that I had, because the thing where you plug in the charger, it got bent. Don't ask me how it got bent. It got bent, and because I think it fell with the thing inside of it, so I could never charge it up again. So I just sent that back, and they sent me this replacement one a while back. This is a while back, maybe a year back or whatever it was, and this is okay phone, but it's like sometimes you have to press it real hard to get this react. This is a refurbished phone, so I may be getting myself a new phone. Hopefully, may upgrade a little bit, so I may do that. And so I want to try to order 2 movies for the digital code giveaway contest, and that'll be next week. I wanted to do it this week, but I got distracted by other stuff and at work. We've been trying to, at my job, to give you a little insight to my job. Normally I work in the print shop, but I have to, the job that I'm doing now is a job that the girl that's doing it, she obviously can't come in, well, not obviously, but she can't come in because she gets sick, so she can come in. So I kind of have to do her job, and it's like scanning a bunch of financial things, and then entering it into a system. Okay, I have to do that. So we're trying to get. I've been using another guy's computer to do that, but we've been trying to get that function, those applications on my computer, and it's been like pulling teeth to get it done. So hopefully, I think they made a breakthrough for I think on Thursday. So hopefully, I can when I go back to work on Tuesday, I can be able to do it at my machine, and then the other guy he can use his machine to do uh, that job on his machine. So that way, I'm not hogging his machine basically, because there's a lot of these documents that we got to scan, and we were falling behind a little bit because they were coming in waves. So hopefully Tuesday I'll have the access, so then I can stay at my machine the whole day, and then he can help do some on his machine, and so that hopefully that'll knock that work down a little bit. But anyway, like I said, yesterday was nice. It was like 80 something in New York. It was really nice in New York, and you heard the ice cream truck outside and stuff. So when people were out and about and stuff. So it's like I said, it's gonna be interesting once the summer hits here, because and I know the mayor of New York has been trying to. He's rolled out a plan to buy a bunch of air conditioners for people that don't have them, which I think is nice, and to expand the cooling centers that they have in New York, for the older people, which they always do that in the summertime and stuff. So this is a good thing. So they've been doing that. So like I said, slowly but surely, I think things will go back to not semi. I think it'll never be, at least until they get a vaccine. But I think what's going to happen, is my opinion, in June, that they'll come up with a schedule, and then some people will come back to work, but the building won't be full like it was before. Now, at least till they get a vaccine. I think some people that can work from home will work from home. Some people will come in. I think the travel will be severely restricted. I think they'll have to have Zoom meetings in the building. Excuse me. They'll just they won't have they just won't travel like before. I think not until at least they get a vaccine. They'll just have to have meetings, Zoom meetings at the office and stuff with people around the country and stuff like that. They just can't have, the building won't be full like it was before. Okay, well, like I said, now I went upstairs to just the other floors just to see, and it's like a ghost town literally, because nobody's in the building except security, and the mailroom, and me and the other guy that I work with, him and me and him, and then you see the feel the building, people that run the elevators and stuff. That's it, and the building is basically empty. Other than that, but I think I think in June they'll come up with a schedule where some people will continue to work from home, and some people will come in to the office a few days a week like that. They'll come up with like a temporary schedule like that. I'm sure they're planning it right now. Whoever is in charge of doing that is probably planning it now. So we'll see how that happens. So, and I think what we were doing, like just before the big shutdown, she had split the schedule because it was like 6 of us in there. So it was only 3 of us working one week, and then we were going to be off the next week, and then it would be the next 3. So they may go back to that at least. I think they may go back to that schedule, depending. Like I said, because we work in tight, confined areas, so that's why they may just say, listen, we can't have all 6 people in that little area like that. You can't do kind of social distancing where everybody's on top of each other like that, unless you put half the people in and then half. So they may do it like that. And I've been doing a few print jobs here and there, like one job here, one job there, but not like the volume we were doing before. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, again, look for my review of that Scooby-Doo movie that got debuted yesterday. I'll probably watch another movie and review those two, and then I'll, like I said, do a couple of videos for my other channel. And like I said, I'm searching online for a phone, so I may upgrade my iPhone 6 and just do what I have to do. And like I said, hopefully, hopefully they'll pass another stimulus check too, because the countries and the states need it. Okay, and stuff. I hate politicians because they're fighting over it now, and you just think they would, and especially in a time of crisis. But that's why you can't stand politicians, because they're only in it for themselves. This gets ridiculous. and well, no, let me not rant about the president. Anyway, I hope everybody take care and safe at home and be safe and be well. Okay. Okay, I have links to my social media in the description box: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. You check that out as well. And this is Trepacer saying so long. Take care.